Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to do. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass half wish. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life. Who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And today is going to be fun. We had a super long episode yesterday. I think I was on for about 2 hours and 40 some minutes. We just started ripping through some charts, just chilling, listening to some music, and we were pretty close until markets after dark last night. So a lot of fun. Thanks for you guys that actually hung around last night, and we actually got a couple new people that showed up kind of late and got a couple new subs out of it. So that was cool. Welcome to the fam. Hope you guys actually come back today. That being said, we do have a little bit to talk about because Trumper Boy was talking about sending you some money back. Courtesy of Doge. So we'll take a look at that video and we will also rip into the charts and let's see what we can find in terms of key levels. I already saw a couple of you saying, hey, we don't know which way it's going to go. let it come to you. That's a big thing for me is find those key levels and then we will see how price action interacts with those. And then we can make some decisions, right? We break some key levels, then maybe we take a long position, we get that OC retest, or if we get those wicks that come out and clear out some of that liquidity and then reestablish in the zone, might be an opportunity for a short. So we'll be looking for that. And again, we'll see that when we get to the charts. But you guys know what I got to do here first. I got to get over and say what's up to everybody in the chat, show you guys some love because you are the whole reason for even doing this. Usernames in the chat. What's up, brother? He's laying down those rib emojis, man. You know it. It is rib chat. You guys are certified. All right. Alexandra G, welcome back to the chat, lady. Hope all is well. Good to see you. Crypto Helly's in here. How you doing, fam? Scrolling down here. Scrolling. Real is official. Yeah, man. What's up? Good to see you here in the chat. Scrolling down a little bit more. We got Jay Violet. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Retro Mike Tex in the house, of course. My man, Danny Quest. And then, of course, my twinsy. My twinsy. What is up? Alex O, man. You know it's his witching hour, so this is where he gets to let loose a little bit, have some fun. So feel free to harass Alex O. You have my blessing. Go for it. All right, scrolling down a little bit more. We got Jesse Galuk in here. Chris Klein. He said long popcat. You know what? For you, man. For you. I will do that once we get to the daily DGen. Ain't even gonna think twice about it, man. We will long it just because you said so. All right, scrolling down. See who else we got. Anyone else? Looks like man, you guys are the chat is flowing right now. We got Joe Trade Intuitions in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Wick 589, my dude. Good to see you as well. And of course, the lovely Wick's wife, Fine 89, is also in the chat. All right. Get me. Are you paying attention now? Dude, there is all kinds of videos about that dude. They're just watching him lose it. It is it's absolutely crazy. All right. Let's get a quick little market update in, and then we will get over to the daily DGen. Let's open this up here. Yeah, it doesn't want to open. All good. All right. Total market cap sitting at 3.18 trillion. That is up 1.3%. Your Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at, because I clicked it, it wants to get all crazy on me, 60.13%. Fear and Greed Index is currently sitting at 40, which is neutral. So that is up from yesterday. And let's see here. See if I can get the trading volume to open. It's not going to open for me. Yep, there it is. 24-hour trading volume is 82.82 billion. Makes a 23.71% decrease. Bitcoin currently sitting at $96,913, and that is up 1.8%. Ethereum is at 2730, and that is up 2.45%. XRP looking all right. That is up 7.17% at $2.72. I was able to catch some XRP at about $2.50, so looking good so far. All right. Well, that is a quick little update here. Let's go over to the daily DGen. All right, so if you guys don't know, the daily DGen, the way this works is we give you guys, as the audience, the opportunity to vote on whether we're going to go long or short on a random coin. Usually I just kind of scroll down and pick one, but today it's going to be PopCat because Chris Klein said so. It looks like you guys are 56% long right now, 16 votes. So let me hurry up and get that in for Mr. Klein. All right, scrolling down here, we got PopCat. There it is. Oh man, it's down 1%, man. 1%, but let's go. Let's do it. I got you. And you know what? I don't know. Chris, no pressure. I'm gonna put a couple more bucks on it than normal. Market. That's in, man. It is in. So we now have a 20x long on PopCat. We'll come back and look at that later in the show. We'll see how it does. No pressure. It's just TradeFly's money, no biggie. All right, first thing we got up here is the Orange Man has spoken today, and he is considering giving back 20% of what Doge has found to American citizens, and then using the other 20% to pay U.S. debt. So interesting plan here. That would be very, very interesting if that actually played out, but I'll let you guys listen to it. Let me go ahead and just make sure that all of my audio is set up here so you can actually hear it. And of course, acting a fool, why wouldn't it? Here we go. All right, browser, we are good. Just let me know if you guys can hear it.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt. There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of
All right. Billions, many billions. The old Trump way, man. But would be really interesting if this actually plays out. And I see a lot of the influencers, the crypto people saying, "What would you do with the $5,000?" Of course, it's per engagement. But that being said, hey man, he also said today he is still dedicated to making it the crypto capital of the world. We've heard it before, but he did reiterate that today. So, hey, may not be a bad time. Regulations still coming in, adoptions here. Crypto's looking good. All right, Justin, S&P 500 closes at a new all-time high. This is absolutely crazy. We were looking at this last night on the show as we were kind of dragging it out a little bit, but it's just wild the run that S&P 500 is on right now. Just keep setting new highs, and you think it's going to pull back at some point. The data, at times we get that, and we're like, ooh, that's not the greatest. You got inflation going up, and some of the labor numbers were not looking good. And here it goes. S&P is still just shooting up. It's wild. Wild to think about, but hey, I'm sure piggy banks are looking pretty fat right now. So that being said, what I'm going to do real quick, just because on that note, I want to show you guys something. Let me go ahead and bring another window up here. Sorry, this was a spur of the moment thing I just kind of thought about. But I want to show you guys something with a dynamic reactor. There it is. All right, cool. What are we on right now? 8 hour? Sweet. Check this out, man. Check this out. One, the S&P just goes up, up, and up. But that being said, if you don't want to get trapped in the market, the dynamic reactor is a way to play the market as it's trending and then actually exit when it begins to pull back a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that ultimately you're going to make more money that way, but it will minimize your exposure to the market. So if you're getting a little nervous at this point and like whether, jumping into the market makes sense or not, this might give you the opportunity to get out, because usually the pullbacks are enough to warrant at least cooling off. Now, the thing that you got to be careful with this is the difference between short-term and long-term capital gains. Understand that the game that you're playing, if you don't stay in it, there's a possibility that you might have to pay the short-term capital gain. So understand that. You got to build that into the percentages here. But let me show you what I'm talking about here. Why the dynamic reactor is fire. Here to here, and I'm taking to the bottom side, 38%. All right, here to here, taking it to the bottom side, 13%. Anyone like winning? Talk about your ultimate swing trades, 50%. There we go. This hasn't even played out yet. That's another 53%. Man, if you were even content just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to stay in, about 50% or so, and this thing flips, you could just get out and stay safe. Let me actually, you know what I'm going to do though? What I haven't done yet is actually kind of look at how long this is. So this is February 2019. This is March 2020. So you actually would have long-term capital gains on that one. So May to February, May 20. Oh, yeah, you would have long-term capital gains on this one. And then this one right here, January 23. Yeah, you would have had long-term capital gains again. So I don't know, man. I'm thinking about next time we see a flip, I might take a play on this just based on the dynamic reactor. That could be a very easy strategy for you guys to take a look at. So excited about that. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll let you guys know when we start seeing some movement there, because right now, obviously, this does, in terms of this strategy in particular, I won't say it doesn't make sense to invest in the S&P. In terms of this strategy, I mean, you can see that you're kind of getting near where a potential pullback could be just based on the percentages and the way it looks historically. So that being said, just wanted to point that out to you guys. All right, next thing we got here is our second guy of the show, Mr. Elmer Fudd. Go ahead, sound the siren. All right, so there's some new malware out there. It's a variant and it targets Mac OS users. This guy, risking cryptocurrency wallets and sensitive data spreading through infected Xcode projects. So I just wanted to put that out there, let you guys know that something was circulating. I don't know too much about XCSSET, but I just want to let you know if you do have a Mac, you might want to read up on this and do a little bit more research. Of course, that is really what our FUD segment should be all about, making sure you guys are up to date on anything that's going around in the cryptocurrency land that could be negative for you guys. So, all right, let's go over to the market update real quick. We'll look at the crypto bubbles. You can see a lot of green out there. We had a nice little bounce. Made a lot of sense, right? We came down to an area. I'll say, I kind of talked about it yesterday. I'll say an area kind of at the top part of where I would have looked to potentially get into a long position there. It wicked and just took off. All right, so of course I was a little bit under that with my limit order, but anyways, we continued up, and then as we were looking at it last night, we are like, hey, once we got to about, I think it was about 95.6 or so, that's another really solid horizontal level that we've been looking at, and price action has respected that quite a few times. I'm not going to say every time, but quite a few times. So we'll look at that on the charts, but as you can see, green out there. Let's see what's moving in the wrong direction. Well, you see it move. Down 4.4%. Hex is down 1.7%. Leo down 1.8%. ENA down 4.2%. And TON is down 2.8%. That's interesting to see. Aptos has had a nice move today. That's up 14.7%. Tau is up 13.9%. And I always forget Sonic. There you go. Previously Phantom. I always forget that one. That is up 19.2%. So a few big movers today, but most of everything else is just under 10%, anywhere between 4 and looks about 4 to 7% seems to be kind of the going rate out there. Let's go over to, big transaction. Here we go. 1,224 BTC with a total of 117 million transferred from unknown wallet to Kraken wallet. Please pay close attention to the market. Very interesting. We are coming up to a trend line right now. We'll have to take a look at that when we get to the charts. I'm going to see if we're interacting with an area that I think we are. It makes sense. Go check on Popcat's down 16%. That's working good for us right now. All right, let's let's go over to Bitcoin. Here we go. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 96.7, and yeah, so we're getting up to a pretty key level. So there is some liquidity. It's starting right here. Actually, we didn't really look at the liquidation heat map, did we? Let's get back there real quick, and let's update that because price action did move. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So you can see liquidity just started about 96.7, and it's a nice solid block. But the hot spot, the area that they really probably wanted to grab was right here. They got that. So that actually built up overnight because remember, the hottest spot on the map was at about 97.6. And that area was the hot spot on the map. But overnight, this is what built up. And then it built up a little bit more once they had this morning. I believe there was a rejection off of about 96.750. And then it really started flowing in, but it went up and grabbed that. So don't be silly. When you see the trend start to work its way up and there's liquidity right here and you get a little bit of rejection, don't think you're in a safe place because that liquidity is coming in and price action is this close to it. Odds are they're going to be looking to hunt that liquidity. But anyway, so looking at the price action time now, you can see I had a liquidity marked on the map here at about 96.8. We had a nice little wake up, gets that liquidity. Let's see if it reestablishes the range. Now, the issue I have right now with just taking a short off of this area or this horizontal is that was really just a liquidity zone. Now you have the money flow point of control as well right here. That's this purple, but I would actually like to see it reestablish itself underneath of this trend line. Now this trend line is not perfect. I could probably move it up just a little bit, move it down. But I want to look for a strong candle that brings us back down into the range, and then probably look for that retest. And then I'm I would be leaning towards a short if I see that. Again, it's got to come down in the range. Got to see a retest, get the OC retest, come down, retest, boom. I'll probably look for a short down to here. Now, this is the key level I've been talking about 95.2, actually. I think I said 95.6, it's 95.2. Now, I want to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see. One of the key areas here is look at this, all right? You see price action is very much respecting, just have wicks underneath of it, no closes. So this area is important. You can see where underneath of it, it was resistance. You could see it moved up. So you had a big price action or a big move off of that area. Lets me know it's key. And then if you just go back left on the chart, you can see both support and resistance. And that's kind of validation that 95.2 is a pretty key level for us. So I would not be surprised at all if we again, we have to reestablish the range. If we reestablish this range underneath the trend line, I would not be surprised to see it come down to 95.2 and at least, retest that area of support again. And then you'd be looking for a continuation, right, in terms of the oscillator. So if it does come down, retest 95.2, then look at this oscillator and see if it's worked its way up and if it's building strength. If it is, then likely that we'll probably get a bounce in that area to the upside. So there's a lot of congestion going on right now. I know there was one of you were talking about that earlier. It's really hard to get a read on price action right now. But the thing is, for me, we have not really broken the trend. Okay, so the trend is still, in terms of looking at it on the 8-hour, we'll say the 4-hour, the trend is still down. Okay, to the downside is the trend right now. But we are trying. Okay, we are trying to break that. And there's an opportunity here. It's not far away from the point of control. The thing that scares me is that liquidity is right here, and then the point of control is right on top of it. Like that is not ideal, to be honest with you. And that can be a sharp rejection off of that area. So would I personally take a long right now? Nah, it's a no zone for me. What I would like to see it do is reestablish itself over top of the point of control. I know in the 8-hour, the dynamic, is it the 8-hour or is it daily? It could be the 4-hour actually. Let me look right here. The dynamic reactor. I think it might be the 4-hour. Oops. Don't worry about that. Wait for it to come in. Yeah, so dynamic reactor is working its way down on the 4-hour. So, I would like the price action to get over top of that. And then we look for that OC retest and then continuation of the upside. But again, you're going to run into some potential issues here. I think I actually moved that pivot. That's actually a little bit closer to 100. Let me put that back. I was messing around with the charts earlier. That's at about 100, okay? So psychological area, also horizontal where you see there was resistance. If we make a move up, that's where I would look for some price action, probably a rejection, maybe a quick scalp trade. You might be able to jump on that right there at about 100K or so. Now, what am I still waiting for though? I'm really still waiting for this. Now, I don't want to say like this is the end all be all and I think it's going to go here, but this is what I'm talking about when I say, hey, let's identify a key level. And if price action comes down there, right, we have a lot of confluence in that area, and there could be an opportunity for a bounce or some price movement off of this area here, and that's at about 92.7, 92.5, all right? There's liquidity down here. There is a long-standing trend line. There's actually two trend lines that are starting to intersect. This trend line goes back a couple months. This one goes down to the previous range. And then, of course, you guys know the channel. And then you have the liquidity. So, like, there's a lot of confluence in this area that makes this very, very important. And I think you're going to see some price action off of there if the price comes down to interact with it. We've talked a little bit about the downside just in case it does break this zone. Where's kind of that next key level you can look for? Well, it's 86,000. 86,000, bottom of the range. If you remember the previous range, last time we were stuck in a range for 6 months, we did retest the bottom of the range before we ultimately made a move up. So keep that in mind. You also have the 0.382, which is on a macro Fibonacci retracement. And then you have the quarterly pivot, all lining up in the same area of about 86. There's also, CVO did a, I want to say it was like a spider line or, whatever, the crazy patterns this guy does. It actually ended up right here at about 86K too. All right. So there is a few things that kind of drive you to 86K. So if you take a long position here, protect yourself. All right. I would probably just take the median of these wicks here. I don't know if I would really necessarily include this one, but you can see kind of the baseline here. Put your stop loss under that. And then if it goes down, it's more than likely going to go all the way down to 86K. So, not financial advice. You guys do what you do, but that's what I'm going to be looking at personally. I will take a long, I have a limit order open. You guys seen it right here at 92.5. So I will be looking for that. Again, we can look for the OC retest on the top side of the point of control as well as the dynamic reactor. Could be an opportunity here. But again, be very, very careful with that wick back down into the range. All right. So that is a few things we can look at for Bitcoin. A lot really hasn't changed, to be honest. It's kind of hard for you to give you some new up-to-date information because look, the trend line is, still the trend. It's still kind of going down and right. And it's kind of a slow move down and right. Remember, I told you I didn't really like that. All right. We're not getting much volatility. I mean, we are, but we aren't. There's been a couple little movements here with some volatility, but in terms of, you know, us finding a new trend or we're not even really I guess you could say we're consolidating, but it's still ultimately trending to the downside. It's just a slow trickle. The thing that, I want to say is that there's still institutional investment coming in, right? Big buyers are still putting money into this. There's banks that are buying every day. So, it still gives me hope that this area is going to hold up. But again, I think this would make a lot of sense. 0.382, if you're looking at it from a bullish structure standpoint, the 0.382 is still very bullish. That's actually the technical area it should pull back to as it continues its trend to the upside if we were going to look for a movement. And then you would be forming kind of a bull flag in a sense, right? So, just something for you to pay attention to here. Let's go over the chat. Let's see what you guys got going on in the chat here and catch up with you guys a little bit. I see all kinds of emojis rolling right now. Let me close this. You guys keep voting, you crazy people. Got you. I got you. All right. So looking at it right here, what do we got? I see the Dusty Hunt. What's up, man? Good to see you. All set. Hung out with me like all night last night for like 2 hours. It was pretty cool. Blockchain Basement. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. We'll have to link up, man. We'll have to link up for sure. It'll be a good time, man. If you guys don't know, let me go ahead and pull that up as well. Check the Blockchain Basement out, my man Druth. Let me pull this up real quick. YouTube. If only I could spell. Oh gosh. I love commercials. There you go. There it is. I'll tell this guy to be quiet. All right. Got rid of that ad. So there you go, man. Go check out Blockchain Basement. They do a really great show. They're up to 73,000 subs, man. That's impressive. That's awesome. But a lot of fun to listen to. They got great content. And of course, friend of the show, been on the show before. So we'll get them back on here definitely in due time. So again, go show them some love if you can. That would be awesome. All right, back over to the charts here. Let's see what we got. Hey, there. See, look at that, man. The two new subs, man. We got Vobian and Kelly. Look at that. Look at that. Sui, please. I got you. I got you covered. Let's do it. Let's look at Sui. Welcome. I hope I'm saying this right. Vobian and Kelly. All right. They were just here last night. And show them some love. Show them some love in the chat. That'd be super cool. All right, here we go. Let's look for Sui real quick here. All right, I don't think Sui, this one is what I was doing the TA on. That's all right. We can use this anyways. All good. So, Sui, I remember saying we were at an area that you could find some support at. I'm not really sure what happened to the horizontal here. I may have turned it off. But there you go. So that's what we were looking at this right here. We're looking at an area that we could find some support just based on a horizontal, right? Just coming back left on the chart, you can see this little range here to here. Definitely an opportunity to find a little bounce. And the market itself, Bitcoin found some support as well. So looks like Sui's moving right along with it. And then, of course, we were talking about this area down at $2.36, right? I remember talking about that quite extensively. Why was I talking about that? Well, look at the kind of the gap here. All right, you look at that gap here. This is the buying pressure, but all of the cryptos pulled back right here. I'm not going to call it kind of a scam week, but just understand the whole market was pulling back very quickly here. I buy less into it, just to be honest with you. If it does break this area, you get like the OC retest. All right, we call it OC retest. You get a retest like that. You see continuation of the oscillator going down, then you can look for potentially a move down to $2.36. All right. So in terms of being able to kind of lather in, to SUI, taking a position on SUI, that's an opportunity there that I would be interested in. As you can see, I have an alert right there as well. Okay. So I am looking for price action in that range at $2.36. But what you're looking at right now in the near term here is we kind of got to break this dynamic reactor. Right. So right here, you can see that it's flipped to the purple. All right. Flipping to the purple means that the trend right now is bearish. All right. So it's hard for me to really be super bullish and take a long position until we kind of break that area and we see some movement, just a little bit more of um kind of confirmation that we're going to break this trend. Okay. So looking through this, let me do some fib retracements here. Let me get rid of that. Let's see. Where did we come down to? Okay. So not too far. If you were to take it from there, from the golden pocket, kind of adds to it. Like I said, though, when you zoom out on SUI, looks good. All right. SUI definitely looks bullish here. And since about August, let's take another little fib. See, I like that one better. So if you're looking at this kind of builds confluence with the $2.36 range, right? Your golden pocket is right there. So right now where we're at aligns a little bit better with the 0.5. So I like this. That makes me like this area a little bit more, just kind of adding to it. $2.36 definitely looks like an area to add to the bags there. So I want you to understand that when I say $2.36 repeatedly, I'm not really saying that I'm saying that's where it's going to go. But because I'm not in SUI, I am now looking for zones where I would be interested in getting into SUI. Okay. Well, actually, I do. I have some SUI. It's not much, but that would be a position where like I can lather in or I would DCA in, right? And when I look at this, this lines up really, really nice too. Look at the platinum pocket, right? There's almost a perfect horizontal off of this area right here at about $1.61. Okay, so you have a perfect horizontal right at the top of the platinum pocket. So you could kind of DCA into this if it were to continue to pull back. Right now, though, I mean, SUI is looking okay, right? In terms like if we think it's going to hold up, it's looking okay. It's just you got to kind of bounce back and forth between this and Bitcoin. Bitcoin's daddy kind of drives the market, and you got to understand that a little bit. But right now it's holding up. All right, so it is holding up where it's at right now. So that is definitely good news. Let's go ahead and put a fixed range volume profile on this and see if we can take anything away from that. All right, so coming into the range right here. Cool. So yeah, you're still underneath the value area low of the range. Not really ideal, especially if you're looking to break an area. Point of control is up here though. Point of control is at $4.38. That's a hell of a move. Like if you expand that, I mean, we're at what, $3.20? Oh, measured that. So let's come back here. That's 32%. That's a hell of a move. So that's probably what I would look for right now in the interim. Like if I were to take a long position, I would probably want it to get over this value area low and the dynamic reactor before I would be interested in potentially taking a long position. Now I know that you're losing a lot in my eyes. You're losing quite a bit, right? In terms of percentage, but I don't like to long into where I perceive that there's going to be resistance, right? Because right now the trend is going down. You can see rejection. It's got to prove me otherwise right now. So That's what I'm looking at on SUI. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, when you actually zoom out, overall, looks pretty good. Nice climb up, little pullback, healthy correction. Nice climb up, pullback, healthy correction. This is actually probably the most extended correction so far since it started climbing up. But again, it's if you take it from the absolute bottom, it looks okay, right? Nothing too crazy. 0.5 is nothing to be scared about on SUI. But it has been a kind of a hard fall, man. It was up here at almost $5.70. So, all right, let's see here. What do you guys got going on in the chat? Great seeing you again. That's right. Smash the like button. I appreciate that, fam. Appreciate it. Matter of fact, hey, you know what? Let's get you guys some music. Updated the tunes. Let's see. Let me know if that's too loud. I did actually turn up the volume just a little bit. I went back and listened to it yesterday, and I could barely hear it. And I was laughing. So hold your ears if you got sensitive ears. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was listening to some of the music last night when I went to playback, and it was like some 90s like Cinemax, like porn music, softcore stuff. Like I was tripping. So I had to change that up a little bit and find you guys some different music. I'll try not to do that again. Ron Jeremy in full effect. If you know, you know. All right, let's find something else here to look at. What you got? Username, got the same alert. All right, going through. Alex, oh, you know. Great volume. All right, cool. All right, here we go. I can't even say that. All right. That is SUI. What haven't we looked at? XRP? We haven't looked at XRP in a minute. Let's pull that up. Look at this, man. See? I'm telling you. Leave these levels up, man. When you find key levels on the chart, leave them up. You see how I took this area right here. I had a horizontal, okay? So you can see it was support, but also the macro fib retracement here, the 382, all right? So I labeled that. So now I know that that's more important, right? At $1.96. And so when we had that day where the whole market just pulled back, you could be sitting here and waiting. I'm telling you, technically speaking, the 382 is a great area to pull back to see continuation, especially if you get that bounce, right? And that buying pressure, you can see it. A lot of buying pressure came in. You get that bounce off the 382, man. Still looking good. Man. XRP is doing all right. So I would say that's the area to just kind of mark on your chart at $1.96 right now. In terms of if the market were to pull back, look for that as an entry. You also have the dynamic reactor working up on the daily. That'd be, I think, a nice place to add to the bags there at $1.96. But you can see right now, the trend is really working its way up and right. So you see the difference between XRP and SUI. All right, it is a little change. All right, this is looking actually a little bit more bullish, believe it or not. Let me, yeah, it looks a little better than SUI. Definitely not as much of a pullback here. Yeah, so SUI pulled back twice as much since its high. There you go. I mean, look at this. Money flow point of control here, acting as a support as well. So looking good. Dynamic reactors flip back over to green. And so there's another difference for you. Where you were looking at SUI. SUI had that extension of the dynamic reactor where you could see that was bearish, had a bearish trend. So XRP probably looking a little bit stronger. Let's put a fixed range volume profile on it. Let's go range here, and look at that, man, right off the point of control, looking good. But you are up at the value area high, so that's tough, man. You know, getting towards the top part here in terms of price action, it's going to be a tough sell and taking a long. I did get in, full transparency. I took a position at, I believe it was like $2.50. All right, so looking okay right now. I don't know how long I'm going to stay in this one, but I do think it will reestablish itself on the top side and kind of re-challenge this area right here at about $3.20. That's kind of what I'm looking for in the short term. But right now, I may actually take out my initial, at least right here, just to kind of protect my my entry. So, all right, that's a quick look at XRP. Let's see what else we got here. Let me look at the chat, see what you guys got going on. TradeFly, that's from all the Trump Truth social posts about Ripple. Right on. Scrolling through. See, I need somebody to read the chat, man. How dope would that be? TAO, I got you. I'll look at that. Scrolling through, see if I missed anything else. Nope. All right, let's do TAO. Let's take a look. Dang, did I do that without my charts? Hope not. All right, TAO. Here we go. BitTenzer. All right, charts are up here. Let's take a look-see. What is this one? Is this Blowfin? Yeah, so it's not going to have as much of the historicals. Let's just go back to May. Man, it's kind of just figuring out life here. I mean, kind of in the short term, you see a little trend to the downside on the 8-hour. But it's like one big area of consolidation with kind of a range in them. Not a range, but you can see the split, right? You can see the split in price action. Just kind of mark this. There you go. So you got that little range between 403 and like 363 and 403. There you go. Let's go to the daily. And let's do a fib retracement on that. Came down the platinum pocket, got a bounce. A lot of buying pressure came in, but a lot of buying pressure came in for everything. You see those wicks on almost everything you look at right now, so I don't get too tied around it. But you did have the golden pocket, so once it did reestablish itself back up here, kind of like everything else did, that's 618.65, man. You see that all the time. A lot of these altcoins, they have these big moves up, come down to the golden pocket, and that's usually where they'll find, you know, consolidation, or find themselves in consolidation, and then they'll kind of start that move back to the upside. If it's a good project, typically that's what you'll see. So yeah, I mean, I'm not against this right now. I mean, you can see that a dynamic reactor's kind of turned over, but that seems to be kind of the trend of this right now. Just kind of that up and down pattern, kind of riding the wave. I'd be a little more scared, like if we were to get down here and close underneath of this area at about 363 and kind of reestablish this range right here to the left, then you start to worry a little bit more. But right now you can see a higher low, and it looks like it's trying to push up for a higher high. So it's trying to flip this this smaller range, right? Almost forming kind of a W. Keep an eye on the 0.5 in the dynamic reactor. At least where I have the 0.5 is at 454 or so, as well as the dynamic reactor on the daily, right? So let it get over top of that, and I think it's going to continue its move to the upside. If it gets over 454, I would be pretty good with that. Right now, though, you are under a little bit of resistance, so you know, keep your eye there. If you're already in the position, no big deal. But again, if it gets under 363 and closes underneath of that, I'd be a little worried. If it continues its move up, gets over 454, then I think you got some potential for some upside here. You can see where the money flow point of control is. That's all the way up at 554. So very interesting to see all of this price action here, but then to see the money flow point of control all the way up at 554. So very interesting to see that. Let's go ahead, pull that down, and let's do a fixed range on the entire thing we have. Now this is blowfin, right? So it may not go back to through its full history, and this lines up. That's pretty nice. The value area low actually lines up with 363, which is kind of like the bottom area of that range. So it makes a lot of sense to see it find support there as well. The other thing I don't like too is like you see the order flow here, right? So you can see, gotta be careful with this, right? As soon as it flips, right where the dynamic reactor, you can see that there's selling pressure there as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of rejection first, but doesn't mean, you know, anything more than a small rejection. I just think there'll be some negative price action once it reaches the dynamic reactor, but I would look for it to pull back maybe 403 or so, and then we'll see kind of how that holds up. Let me do this though. Let's do a fib retracement from top to bottom. And that's also right at the 382. Yeah, it just depends on how you want to look at that. If you look at it as it's forming a bearish trend, you could do, you know, the fib retracement, just take it from top to bottom. And then of course, just like I said, the 382, continuation of a bullish trend, you would look at this kind of in the opposite light. This would actually be where they'd find resistance, and then you could see it actually working its way down. But I don't know. I would just really look for the ranges that I was saying. If it breaks that, what'd I say, 464 or so, breaks that area, retest, look for continuation on the upside, and then if it breaks 363 with a retest, then look for continuation to the downside. So keep your eye on that. Keep peeled. It's kind of important of where you got into this, but right now I think you got a little resistance to your top side. All right. Let's see what we got here. Doge breaks 20. All right. Let's look at Doge. Scrolling through. What? Harp's out of here? All right, Harp, man. Take it easy, bro. Have a good night. Appreciate you stopping by, man. I know you got a lot going on. Shout out. Doge. Mario. Yeah, I can look at Doge for sure. Let's do it. If XRP stops at 985, I'm gonna have an identity crisis. All right. Fair enough. Let's look at Doge. We haven't looked at Doge too much recently. Well, there you go. Sitting at the golden pocket. Time now. Just gotta bounce off of it. I think that horizontal was just an alert, or was meant to be an alert. Golden pocket is nice, man. You come back left just to see, like, hey, where was a nice area of resistance? Right there. I mean, it's right in the golden pocket at the 0.65. So again, very similar though to TAO. You can see dynamic reactor starting to work its way over here. Not ideal, but it's not an end all be all. I mean, we're kind of at a key level. Just looking at this, 618. I mean, if you lose the 0.65 at 23 cents, just coming back and looking where there was resistance right here, and then you see right here, it had a little hit where the rejection and then moves through. That's actually, I think, a pretty key level. Let's go ahead and mark that on the chart. I know I think I had a horizontal a little bit higher up, but 22 and a half cents. I think that's a pretty key level. You lose that, and I think you're coming back down to the platinum pocket at 17 cents. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Of course, keep an eye on Bitcoin, because Doge is not really diverged. I'll tell you what. And I was talking to someone about this, I don't know, probably a week ago. The thing that scares me about Doge right now is there's beginning to be some like negative connotation towards Doge, the entity, the government entity, right? So there's like this association now between the government entity and the crypto, which once was a good thing, I think now is kind of becoming a divided thing, right? I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but I will say, obviously, because there's political, issues, I think that might ultimately be a bad thing for the cryptocurrency, right? Because now you got people that they're on both sides, and that's not really what you want, right? You want community, and because community is going to drive a meme token, right? I know it does have a little bit of utility, but I would say be careful with Doge right now. And, we have talked about it. We were very bullish on Doge, but that was really before all this stuff kind of started taking off, right? Understand, like, Doge is doing like good things in a sense, but there's also people losing jobs, and there's like real world ramifications to that. Like, it's not just them discovering all the fraud. Like, there's also real world implications for people. All right, so it gets a little weird, a little bit gray. So I am personally probably going to stay away from Doge right now until all this kind of mess kind of pushes off to the side a little bit, and I'll reevaluate myself. Now, in terms of where we think it's going to go, short term, it is starting to form kind of a bearish. It's lower highs, lower lows, kind of a bearish setup going into it. But, the pullback is to the golden pocket. So I think that's pretty key. You want to hold that level, holds that level, then, we could see a nice little bounce, and all is not lost. But it has a lot to do right now with the greater market. If you zoom out, let me go back to the chart here, though. Still bullish, right? You just got higher lows. It's really just higher lows. And we've seen it pull back before. Let's see. Let's take the measurement here. I'll take it from low. Let's take it from low. Where did it pull back to? Platinum pocket. Let's take it from this one, where you actually had a new low. Yeah. So there you go. The last time it pulled back off the high, came down the platinum pocket, and you can see where it went. But understand that a lot of this move was news driven. Understand that Doge was a cool thing in the beginning when Elon was doing the whole Doge thing, and then it turned into a divisive thing. So be careful with that. That's what I'll say about Doge. Here's kind of, a line in the sand for you, really. You lose that area, then could be some downside. All right, that is Doge. Let's see what we got here. All right, what's username up to? Oh, I lost you. I got into Bitsins are long at 421. So, Mario, yeah, like, in a sense, Doge is a good thing, right? Saving the government money, but you got to understand that there is an issue with just people and sentiment, right? And just because it's a good thing really for, in the conservative point of view, right? Most conservatives, I will say, are like, oh, Doge is great, right? it's the very opposite for the other party, right? So if you, and I don't want to get too deep into politics, just understand that it is now, it's kind of divisive. And that's what I'm trying to get at, which gives me pause in terms of the project, because I don't necessarily want to really jump into something that is becoming a little bit divisive. And that's only based on the government entity, right? There's this weird correlation between the two because he named it Doge. Unfortunately, like, not his smartest move, especially if he was trying to promote or push the token. It created a split, I think. It's personal. It's a personal opinion. Therefore, I'm going to stay clear of it for now until kind of all that news kind of subsides, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All right, 5-minute chart of Doge. All right, yeah, I can look at the 5-minute chart. My man Alex O is the dude for that. All right, looking at that now. Let's see. All right, so just looking kind of to find some patterns, seeing what we got, any breakouts, and it looks like it's trying to, right? I mean, it looks like it's trying to find a bottom here, work its way up. Now this is kind of rounded, so it's finding a lot of resistance right here on the 5-minute right now currently, right around 26 cents. But it does look like, you know, it kind of wants to break out. So this technically speaking would be a bullish pattern, right? You did get a flip on the dynamic reactor, right? You see how it's bearish all the way down, pretty much purple. There was one little spot there, but pretty much purple all the way down. Turned green, broke out, and that theoretically would give you an opportunity for a little bit of movement to the upside on the 5-minute at least. Let me go back. I just want to look. Let's go to the hourly real quick. I love having music. It is so much better. All right. So there you go. I mean, you try to really break out of this little range right here. Got over the value area high, retesting it, but you ran into the dynamic reactor on the hourly. So, dynamic reactor, man, thanks fire. If you guys don't have Chart Prime, check out the description. Get yourself a discount. I don't know, bro. I mean, it's trying to break out. It's about the best I got for you right now on the 5-minute. All right. Let's see what else we got. I know somebody just asked something. I got distracted because I was already on Doge. Scrolling through the chat real quick. Chart looks juicy. I mean, what do we say? It came down to 618. Looks like it's breaking out of a bullish pattern. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're looking for a swing on Doge, I wouldn't argue with you. at this point. 24 to 25 cents ain't nothing. I wouldn't argue with you. You know, not at all. You just protect yourself. Get yourself a stop loss under the 615. Why not? Let's see. Is Sol heading lower? All right. Let's look at Sol. Got a few minutes left. Sorry, I know there was one more. Remind me in the chat. There was one more you guys somebody wanted to look at. We'll look at Sol real quick. I'm trying to find it real quick. I'm scrolling as fast as I can here. I don't know what it was. My B. We looked at TAO, looked at Doge. All right, let's look at Sol. Oh, y'all know what's coming. Y'all know what's coming. All right, Sol Train, baby. Let's get it. Y'all seen Gio's Twitter earlier? That fool. It was like, imagine losing to someone like me, and he was just dancing like a clown. He's something different. Uh-oh. I got my Mario noise. Big transaction alert. We got 1,163 Bitcoin. Transfer from Kraken wallet to an unknown wallet. So that's something leaving the exchange. It's probably actually good news. Let's see what y'all have an ADD moment. Let me get back to this real quick. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. Take a look at that. Yeah, we talked about this area right here, 163, man. It's a nice spot. It's a nice spot, right? You got a horizontal, clear as day horizontal. I want to say there was a fib level there as well. Let's go ahead and measure that out. Let's see here. Low. Let's take it from here to the high. Nope, right in the middle of the range. Nothing right about there. Even there's only the platinum. All right, yeah, it doesn't really align. I think that was just a straight horizontal. But that being said, coming back left, you can see how clear it is, right? Again, what I say is look for these areas of price action where it kind of essentially creates like a blob, right? So you can see where it's support right there. You can see where it's resistance, very clear. You can see where it's support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, retest, boom. All right, this right here is what's key. This right here, key. This right here, key. Why is it key? Because this is where you see a breakdown or where price action really starts to move. So it lets me know that not only is support and resistance, but it lets me know that's a key area because this is where price action began to make a move. All right, this is where we really changed. All right, structure changed here. We took off of this level at 163. So that lets me know psychologically traders are going to be looking at this level because they've already seen it move off of that level. And if they just draw a horizontal, they'll know that this level is going to be very important. The issue you're fighting with Solana right now is the negative news, right? All the FUD, all the stupidity out there about Solana. And so that's why you get, you know, it is FUD, right? But a person like me, because I'm conservative, I'll just look for something else in the meantime. Until all that FUD kind of passes, could I miss out on something? Yeah. Now, what I would say from a technical perspective, this is a good area. Surprising to see it down at this area, honestly, right now. But I know that it's news. News is driving the price down. We did talk about this pattern here. You could see the kind of an ascending channel going up and right now, where you have the trend line to the top side and bottom, support, resistance, yada yada. It's actually a bearish pattern, sure enough. broke to the downside. But again, I think that was a news-driven move. You're really pushing away really fast though from the dynamic reactor, which is not ideal. See the big split here? A lot of the price action. Look at how it's kind of. It really hasn't diverged that much from the dynamic reactor. Maybe up here, but that was actually, if you really think about it, the price action started to trend in the other direction. So maybe that's something to take into account when you see these big diverges from the dynamic reactor. Maybe you start looking for that reversal. Yeah, all this is all negative though. Not ideal. And you really didn't see a big rush of people coming back in. Got a nice little bounce, but nothing crazy. There's a lot of other cryptos that moved a little better today. 3.5% ain't nothing really to write home about. Let's look at it on the 15-minute. All right, I see what it's kind of trying to retest this area. So if you were to put a horizontal right here, you can kind of see where both support and resistance is. Things that apply to larger time frames, funny enough, apply to smaller time frames too. What you do though, especially when you're scalping, is you want to identify some of those highs, those lows, the significant areas of support and resistance on those larger time frames, and then it kind of like suitcases you in to a zone that you can look for. And then when you go up and test those significant areas, you can expect price action. But you know, we start looking at it here and we just take a horizontal through here and you can see, let's go ahead and actually draw it just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's not gonna be perfect, but again, see this price action? Now we just zoom it up and tell me it doesn't really look like what we were looking at earlier. See it, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, retest, price moves. So there you go. Shows you this area is important. So that's what's funny about it, right? So look at it here. I challenge you to do this sometimes if you guys are trying to learn. Is you get this horizontal in here at 167. And then you're like, okay, you press play. What happens? Boop. Comes back and retests this area. And what have we done? So far, we found it as support, right? So that's why it's really important to find these levels that are key to you. So again, this is on a lower time frame, you know, but if you're looking for scalping, intraday kind of trades, and then you can come down here and be like, okay, what happens with the oscillator? What do we start doing? Do we get any bullish candles? You know, you start looking at that, right? And you could say right here, indecisive, bullish. Now, ultimately, it came back down, but not that big a deal. I don't know, man. It doesn't look super strong right now, but it looks like it wants to hold up, at least the 163 area. Same story. Dynamic reactor, man. Support, resistance everywhere. Let's go. Let's look back. Yeah, man, I wouldn't be against, like, if you want a DCA in to Solana here, 163 makes a lot of sense. Again, we've talked about why I'm looking at this horizontal at 140, but this one right here, 121, your boy's going heavy. Alerts on. Shit. I might even put the limit order in now. Why not? Let's say 121. How's the Popcat? Got wrecked, man. Daily DJing looking atrocious. All right, all good. That's why I only put a little bit of capital in there. Let's see here. Let's go Solana. Let's go 3. Yeah, let's go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. 5x we go. Let's see. It's about $1,000. Cool. Actually, restart that over. What do we say? Let's go 122. Limit, cool, 5x. Cool. So that's there. And this is like when people are like, oh, congratulations on catching that wick, yada yada. Man, it's a lot of people do just that. They'll go to the chart, they'll find a key level of support on 21 is a very nice place, right? Look at this. Buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, yada yada. Same story. You know, this is, if you're like trying to catch a wick or kind of wick hunting, this would be a spot I'd feel comfortable with that. Only because you can see all of the buying pressure in here. Lathering in, sold, like I'm definitely doing that. So right now I'm just kind of letting the news settle, all the FUD kind of leave the market. But if it continues to work its way down, yeah, 140, I'll probably market buy. And then 121, you already saw I put a limit buy in. So I can kind of DCA on the way down as price moves down as well. There's other ways to do it. I'm not a time guy. I like to find significant areas of support and resistance. This would have really been my first stop, but of course there's FUD out there, so I'm letting that settle. Let the dust settle. Let's see. Well, it's about 9:07. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Soul goes down the drain. I hope not. I hope not. I use Soul to move money around, so the monthly rejected. Let's look at it. It's due for a pullback. It's a crazy move up. Man. I mean, how many days you got left on? It's only 8 days left on that close. That's a bearish candle for sure. On the monthly. But overall, so don't look that bad. Let's get on the weekly. Get a little more idea of the price action. I mean, look at the dynamic reactor, man. I'm telling you. When you actually zoom out to some of the larger time frames with chart prime, sometimes I get mad at myself because as a swing trader, well, also too, I haven't had this as long. Let's go to the Dynamics Pro. This thing will definitely catch some moves. That's way too big. The hell? That looks crazy. What the? I ain't never seen it do any craziness like that. It hit its smart target. That's funny. Chart Prime's launching right now. But there's been quite a few times where I've pulled up Chart Prime on like the weekly or the monthly. And man, it'll have some breakouts and it is dirty. But look at the dynamic reactor here, right? So on the weekly, let's just measure this. If you were to measure to the top, right? Let's say it comes back down. And let me actually be a little more official, right? So understand, like when you're looking at the dynamic reactor, when you see a flip green, understand it's going to be the candle close. All right. So it will not flip green here until this candle closes. Just so you guys know. But let's just say it were to go all the way back down to the dynamic reactor. Who's going to be mad at 246%? I'll wait. It's crazy. And you can play the market both ways. You take a short. So, and we'll do both. Let's do both real quick. I'm telling you, man. Dynamic reactor, one of my favorite indicators with chart prime. Let's see. So this flipped here. Let's be realistic, right? You would have took this and then, did it flip? It looks like it flipped. All right, so you would have lost that one. 2.85%, big loss. Cry home. Fire all the chart prime coders now. All right, and then it flips back. And again, next candle close. So you could have took a short 39% banger. Here we go. Flips from the bottom. Candle close. 57% banger. I should just make videos whenever these things flip and then go from there. Put in the trade setups. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so second, here we go. Candle close. And then candle close. Now, doesn't look like much, but 22%. Banger. So you had all those wins all the way down, shorting the market. And then you turned around and longed it for 200%. And you ain't even got to do any TA. None. And this thing will tell you those Cindy alerts. You can actually set up alerts. It's crazy. What's my job? What's my job here? I'm just here talking in front of a camera. All right, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the alpha here on Chart Prime. Chart Prime. Just saying. You're welcome. Wrap it up here. Here we go. All right. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Love you guys a long time. Really appreciate it. Always nice mixing it up with you guys. You guys have a great night. And let's see. What's the night? What's the night? Is tonight Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Love you long time. Trade safe. Be safe. I'm out of here.
Welcome to the Nightcap, your TA home. Everybody knows we trade in them zones. Late night, no sleep, yeah, we keep it real. Crypto moves fast, no time for the feels. TradeFly rocking charts, he about to take flight. Crypto Nightcap, where the dark meets the bright. This path ain't cheap, you can dream while you sleep. Steady building wealth, invest in yourself. Breaking it down, good vibes in sight. The makers in tight, adjusting my sight. It's all or nothing, this is how we attack. Get your head right, it's a Crypto Nightcap.